1. What is the purpose of an Azure DevOps agent? A. To monitor pipelines. B. To execute pipeline jobs. C. To configure YAML files. D. To track work items. Answer. B. To execute pipeline jobs. 2. Which task in Azure Pipelines is used to deploy a web app to Azure App Service? A. Azure Web Deploy. B. Azure App Service Deploy. C. Publish to Azure. D. Azure Artifact Deploy. Answer. B. Azure App Service Deploy. 3. Which Azure DevOps feature allows you to store and manage Docker images? A. Azure Pipelines. B. Azure Artifacts. C. Azure Repos. D. Azure Container Registry. Answer. D. Azure Container Registry. 4. What does the term epics refer to in Azure boards? A. Large work items broken into smaller ones. B. A type of query. C. Tasks assigned to multiple team members. D. Completed work items. Answer. A. Large work items broken into smaller ones. 5. Which format is primarily used for defining Azure pipelines? A. JSON. B. XML. C. YAML. D. Markdown. Answer. C. YAML. 6. In Azure DevOps, what is a gated check-in? A. Automatic merging after approval. B. A validation build before commit. C. A feature toggle mechanism. D. Scheduled pipeline execution. Answer. B. A validation build before commit. 7. Which artifact type can be created using Azure Artifacts? A. Docker images. B. Maven packages. C. Helm charts. D. All of the above. Answer. D. All of the above. 8. What is the default branch created in Azure repos? A. Main. B. Master. C. Dev. D. Trunk. Answer. A. As of recent standards. 9. How can you trigger an Azure pipeline when a branch is updated? A. By using a manual trigger. B. By creating a scheduled job. C. By adding a trigger condition in the YAML file. D. By enabling continuous delivery. Answer. C. By adding a trigger condition in the YAML file. 10. What is the primary purpose of Azure DevOps test plans? A. To track bugs. B. To organize manual and automated tests. C. To define work item types. D. To monitor pipelines. Answer. B. To organize manual and automated tests. 11. What is the function of service hooks in Azure DevOps? A. Integrate Azure DevOps with external services. B. Manage permissions for repositories. C. Automate builds and releases. D. Test REST API calls. Answer. A. Integrate Azure DevOps with external services. 12. Which of the following is not a supported artifact type in Azure Artifacts? A. NPM packages. B. Ruby gems. C. Python packages. D. NuGet packages. Answer. B. Ruby gems. 13. What does the resources keyword in a YAML pipeline define? A. Environment variables. B. External repositories or pipelines. C. Test cases. D. Deployment stages. Answer. B. External repositories or pipelines. 14. How can you secure sensitive information in Azure pipelines? A. Store it in variables in plain text. B. Use variable groups with secret values. C. Add it to the YAML pipeline. D. Encrypt it in source control. Answer. B. Use variable groups with secret values. 15. What is the purpose of a retention policy in Azure pipelines? A. To store old builds indefinitely. B. To clean up builds and releases after a set period. C. To cache dependencies for faster builds. D. To enforce code quality checks. Answer. B. To clean up builds and releases after a set period. 16. Which of the following is a limitation of self-hosted agents in Azure DevOps? A. Cannot run custom scripts. B. Require manual updates and maintenance. C. Limited to YAML pipelines. D. Only support Linux environments. Answer. B. Require manual updates and maintenance. 17. In Azure repos, what is the function of a pull request? A. Merge code changes from one branch to another. B. Automatically trigger builds. C. Delete branches after merging. D. Create a new repository. Answer. A. Merge code changes from one branch to another. 18. Which Azure CLI command creates a new Azure DevOps project? A. AZ DevOps project create. B. AZ pipelines create. C. AZ repos create. D. AZ DevOps init. Answer. A. AZ DevOps project create. 19. What is blue-green deployment in Azure DevOps? A. Deploying to multiple environments simultaneously. B. A strategy to reduce downtime during deployment. C. Using different YAML configurations for stages. D. Running a pipeline in parallel jobs. Answer. B. A strategy to reduce downtime during deployment. 20. What is the task keyword used for in an Azure pipeline YAML file? A. To define manual approvals. B. To specify a specific job to execute. C. To run an activity like a script or deployment. D. To set global pipeline variables. Answer. C. To run an activity like a script or deployment. 21. What does the term CI in Azure Pipeline stand for? A. Continuous integration. B. Continuous inspection. C. Code inspection. D. Cloud integration. Answer. A. Continuous integration. 22. Which Azure DevOps tool is used for managing work items? A. Azure Pipelines. B. Azure Boards. C. Azure Repos. D. Azure Artifacts. Answer. B. Azure Boards. 23. What is the purpose of a deployment group in Azure DevOps? A. To organize team members. B. To manage agent pools. C. To specify target machines for deployment. D. To configure YAML pipelines. Answer. C. To specify target machines for deployment. 24. Which of the following can trigger a pipeline in Azure DevOps? A. A code push. B. A pull request. C. A scheduled time. D. All of the above. Answer. D. All of the above. 25. What does of work item in Azure DevOps represent? A. A completed pipeline. B. A unit of work to be tracked. C. A team member's assignment. D. A repository configuration. Answer. B. A unit of work to be tracked. 26. Which Azure DevOps tool integrates with Git repositories? A. Azure Boards. B. Azure Pipelines. C. Azure Repos. D. Azure Test Plans. Answer: C. Azure repos. 27. What is a task group in Azure pipelines? A. A group of related work items. B. A collection of reusable pipeline tasks. C. A list of test cases. D. A deployment target group. Answer: B. A collection of reusable pipeline tasks. 28. How can you monitor build performance in Azure pipelines? A. Using pipeline metrics. B. Through the Test Plans tab. C. In the Artifacts section. D. By viewing work item analytics. Answer: A. Using pipeline metrics. 29. What does YAML stand for in Azure pipelines? A. Yet another markup language. B. You always manage logs. C. Your automated markup language. D. None of the above. Answer: A. Yet another markup language. 30. What is the default retention period for build artifacts in Azure DevOps? A. 7 days. B. 30 days. C. 90 days. D. Until manually deleted. Answer: C. 90 days. 31. What is the purpose of a stage in a YAML pipeline? A. To specify environment configurations. B. To group related jobs. C. To define pipeline triggers. D. To manage retention policies. Answer: B. To group related jobs. 32. Which type of branch policy ensures quality gates for pull requests? A. Merge policy. B. Build validation policy. C. Commit policy. D. Trigger policy. Answer: B. Build validation policy. 33. What is the difference between hosted and self-hosted agents in Azure pipelines? A. Hosted agents are maintained by Microsoft, while self-hosted agents are managed by the user. B. Self-hosted agents have limited functionality compared to hosted agents. C. Hosted agents only support Linux environments. D. There is no significant difference. Answer: A. Hosted agents are maintained by Microsoft, while self-hosted agents are managed by the user. 34. Which Azure DevOps feature supports branching strategies like Git flow? A. Azure boards. B. Azure repos. C. Azure pipelines. D. Azure artifacts. Answer: B. Azure repos. 35. How do you share variables across pipelines in Azure DevOps? A. Use the pipeline variables keyword. B. Define variables in YAML scripts. C. Store variables in variable groups. D. Add variables in pipeline triggers. Answer: C. Store variables in variable groups. 36. What is a multi-stage pipeline in Azure pipelines? A. A pipeline with multiple jobs. B. A pipeline divided into stages for CI or CD workflows. C. A pipeline that supports parallel builds. D. A pipeline using external repositories. Answer: B. A pipeline divided into stages for CI or CD workflows. 37. What is the purpose of Azure DevOps REST APIs? A. To automate interactions with Azure DevOps services. B. To test pipelines. C. To deploy applications to Kubernetes. D. To generate YAML files. Answer: A. To automate interactions with Azure DevOps services. 38. How do you roll back a release in Azure pipelines? A. Delete the release. B. Deploy the previous version manually. C. Use the redeploy feature with an older build. D. Reset the pipeline state. Answer: C. Use the redeploy feature with an older build. 39. What does the term workload refer to in Azure DevOps? A. Agent compute power. B. A set of tasks allocated to a team. C. Job processing time. D. Distribution of pipeline executions. Answer: B. A set of tasks allocated to a team. 40. Which of the following is a pipeline caching feature in Azure DevOps? A. Artifact retention. B. Pipeline caching task. C. Docker image storage. D. YAML cache triggers. Answer: B. Pipeline caching task. 41. How can you add environment-specific configurations in Azure pipelines? A. Use variable groups with linked environments. B. Hardcode values in YAML files. C. Modify agent configurations manually. D. Set up multiple repositories. Answer: A. Use variable groups with linked environments. 42. What is the difference between inline script and script path in YAML pipelines? A. Inline script runs in the pipeline file. Script path references an external script file. B. Inline script requires more permissions. C. Script path is for debugging only. D. No significant difference. Answer: A. Inline script runs in the pipeline file. Script path references an external script file. 43. Which command is used to publish build artifacts? A. .NET publish. B. AZ pipelines publish. C. Publish build artifacts. D. Release artifacts. Answer: C. Publish build artifacts. 44. What is the purpose of agent pool in a YAML file? A. Assign a specific task to an agent. B. Specify the agent pool where jobs will run. C. Monitor job execution. D. Schedule pipeline jobs. Answer: B. Specify the agent pool where jobs will run. 45. How can you set conditions for a job in a YAML pipeline? A. By using the depends on keyword. B. By setting the condition keyword. C. By defining conditions and pipeline triggers. D. By specifying stage dependencies. Answer: B. By setting the condition keyword. 46. What is the primary use of a self-hosted agent? A. Run pipelines with custom configurations. B. Manage multiple Azure accounts. C. Enhance pipeline security. D. Automate YAML file generation. Answer: A. Run pipelines with custom configurations. 47. What is the maximum number of stages allowed in a YAML pipeline? A. 50. B. 100. C. 200. D. Unlimited. Answer: B. 100. 48. What does the trigger none keyword do in a YAML file? A. Disables manual triggering. B. Prevents automatic pipeline runs. C. Deletes triggers from the pipeline. D. Sets up a scheduled trigger. Answer: B. Prevents automatic pipeline runs. 49. What is the purpose of a release pipeline in Azure DevOps? A. Build source code. B. Deploy applications to environments. C. Monitor code quality. D. Automate test plans. Answer: B. Deploy applications to environments. 50. Which Azure DevOps feature supports testing in CI or CD pipelines? A. Azure boards. B. Azure repos. C. Azure test plans. D. Azure pipelines. Answer: C. Azure test plans.